Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this skirt. If this is something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button and do enjoy the video. This is the fabric I'll be using. I've gone ahead to fold it into 4. And I'm going to start by inserting my measurements. So this is me taking a straight line across the top of the skirt for my length, which is going to serve as the length of the skirt. So I'm going to go ahead and add my waist measurements. My waist measurement divided by 4 is 6.5. I'm going to mark that. Then I'm going to add 2 extra sewing inches. That is 1 inch for the dart and 1 inch for the stitching allowance. You note that this skirt is not going to have line. I'm not lining the fabric because the fabric is taking off. So for that reason, I'm not going to add extra inches for lining. Then I'm going to go ahead and mark my waist to my hip measurements. This skirt has a band, so I've removed the extra 2 inches for the band at the top. Then at the waist to hip measurement, I'm going to mark my hip divided by 4. I'm going to mark my under hip measurement. Now, under hip measurement varies. You can measure it, you can measure your client, you can measure your body, or you can just use a 6 or a 7 because that is the most common measurement. So after doing that, I'm going to replicate what I have on my waist on my waistline to this line, and I'm going to take that all the way down because this skirt is a pencil skirt. I'm going to go ahead and join the lines together and then proceed to cut it out. I'm not explaining in too much details here because this is just a simple basic skirt block, and if you can't draft a simple skirt block, you can go to my channel. There's a video of that on my channel, so that's why I'm not explaining too much. And my main focus is on the detail on the skirt, not on the skirt itself. So this is what we have. I've gone ahead to insert my lining. Please forgive the fabric. I've ironed this fabric and it's still looking this way. So I've gone ahead to insert my darts and I've gone ahead to join the sides together. So now for the details of the skirt, I'm going to come to the top. Remember that I said this skirt has a band of 2 inches, and I want this detail to start at the upper part of my hip. You'll notice that the detail goes past the hip line. So I came down by 3 inches at the top line from my waist, plus the extra 2 inch for the band. That means that it's going to be 5 inches down my hip line. Then at the lower part, I marked my midpoint, and then I went in by 1.5 inch from that midpoint, so that by the time I'm done sewing, the difference will not be that much. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to take this pattern master and use it to connect to that 3 inches. So having done that, making sure that it is the same thing for front and back, I'm going to go ahead and measure what I have here. So I'm going to measure around the cuff. Please be careful here so that you don't get your measurements wrongly. You need to be correct with this measurement. So I'm going to take the measurement all the way down. And what I have here is 24 inches. That means that's 24 inches for front, then same 24 for back, because I made sure that it's the same thing. That makes it 48. Now, to get I'm going to fold my fabric, what I simply did was 48, which is the circumference of where my peplum is going to be, divided by 6.28. Then I added the length of my peplum. 48 divided by 6.28 gave me around 7 point something. I'm not sure here. And then the length of the peplum, I wanted 5 inches, so I added an extra inch to make it 6 inches. Extra inch for joining to make it 6 inches, and I added it to my 7 inches. Then after folding into 2, you're going to take the same measurement, that's about 12 point something thereabout. You're going to mark it and then fold it again to give us a 4 fold. So that means that this thing is folded into 4. This flare is folded into 4. And after doing that, if you need a video on how to cut peplum, please drop it in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond. The next thing I'm going to do after doing that is I'm going to measure out the now pay attention here, the circumference of the peplum first. That is the value I got by dividing 48 by 6.28. That's what you're going to measure from this tip. You're going to measure it around. Please be careful. This is not the length of your peplum. This is the circumference of the peplum. So I'm going to measure it around like so. I'm going to connect it, and from that point, I'm going to now measure the length. So it is now that we're going to measure the length. Your 6 inches, you're measuring the length of the peplum from the circumference. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. And this is what we have. Can you guys see? So this is it for one side. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this for the other side also. I've gone ahead to join the flare to the skirt and also join the band to the skirt. If I tell you guys that I have ironed this fabric, even with a steam iron over and over, and it still looks like this, I'm sure you guys wouldn't believe me. Even me myself, I'm frustrated. Like, this fabric is annoying. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to join the flare to the skirt, and I've joined my band to the skirt. Can you guys see how it looks like? Can you see how beautiful it looks like, regardless of the fabric misbehaving? This is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do is to join the zip, turn the lower part, and then finish off the ends of the flare, and that's it. Voila, we're done with the skirts. Simple as ABC. If you have any questions, if you have any tutorial you want me to film about, if you have anything you want to ask me, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be sure to respond as fast and as soon as I can. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If this video was really helpful to you, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, but that way you're alerting YouTube that this is valuable content, and it helps push this video to more people that needs it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.